Yeah. So yeah.
I just wanted to ask you, like, what are you working on right now?
Yeah, for me, yeah, sure. You can render it better. So you can
Got
go to art session and you can find a lot of much better composition by
Mhm.
different people. You can go for this studio called War Dog.
Okay.
Yeah,
You work for Rockstar, right?
I worked at. Yeah,
Yeah. How was that experience like?
yeah. Like overall, it's good. Yeah. So yeah, first of all, yeah, thank you very much for joining in. And I'm sorry, like it took a lot of time for making your portfolio review and getting back to you. I was
Yeah.
also busy with a lot of stuff. But yeah, thank you very much for doing this and joining the call. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I saw your portfolio. I really liked it. So tell me what you do now and what you do.
So as I just said, I started like 3D modeling like 3 years back,
Mm-hmm.
around like in like lockdown time, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started as a AR and VR modeler. Like I used to do like product modeling,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not very like interesting. But game development is like more very interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started learning about everything, and I started with hard surface,
Okay.
as you can see like from my
Yeah.
portfolio. And
Yeah.
but I wanted to know about like what field I should go. Like, should I go? I'm very interested in environment art.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one thing I want to go, and one is hard surface. So I just
Mm-hmm.
wanted to know like how should I start and where should I start? Like where should I begin with?
Okay.
And just wanted to know everything about like
Mm-hmm.
industry stuff, how it works and how it's not.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. That's a normal confusion to have. So may I ask, like,
Yeah.
from start, like, where did you study? How did you learn 3D?
Oh, it's a self-taught. I mean, I'm an
Self.
engineering
That's
student, so
that's more awesome. That's more awesome.
yeah,
So is the 3 years are
yeah.
included in that?
Yes, yeah, yeah, three is
Okay,
included.
so you 3 years ago you started learning, and how long it's been you were
Correct.
working on your portfolio?
A portfolio, 2 years.
2 years. Okay, so 1 year you
Yeah,
learn, and like how
yeah.
did you stumble upon this field?
No, I always wanted to go into this field, but I didn't have any like connections or
Hmm.
any idea how to get into it. But when
Hmm.
I went into like engineering,
Hmm. Okay.
through internet, I found a lot of things
Okay.
like how it works. I started with Unity engine, I think. Yeah,
Hmm.
Unity engine, but slowly getting into like Blender 3D,
Ah.
and then slowly learning about game development.
Ah, okay, that's nice. So you have engineering. You did engineering.
Yeah,
Okay, in which
correct.
stream?
Computer science.
Computer science. Okay, that's awesome. So you know a little bit of programming also.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. So that's awesome. So so when did you finish your degree?
In 2022.
2022. Okay, yeah. So then you started learning theory. That's wonderful. Yeah. So you found out the path, and you are on the right one. So
Yeah.
as per your portfolio, so yeah, so honestly, I really liked your portfolio, right? So I believe there are some. Was it the same when you sent it to me? I feel there is more.
Yes, it's the same.
Okay.
There was, I think, one katana, but I need to change
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
katana.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just say,
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think it's not there. Something is missing. Like I can see it.
yeah, yeah,
No need to worry. It's okay. You can. We have. I seen your portfolio before, so just wanted to showcase while we're doing it. So it's like almost 2 year old,
mm,
right? So I will
yeah,
say like you can retexture it and republish it, right? You can render it better. So you can
got
go
it.
to art session and you can find a lot of much better composition by
Mhm.
different people. You can go for this studio called War Dog. Yeah. So if I search War
Okay,
Dog, so this one War Dog, they don't have. So they used to. You can go to their website. Maybe they will have renders there. They used to have like this. You see the gun. Okay.
nice.
Yeah. So
Okay,
the how they have rendered. So now they are like very known now. So they don't keep their portfolio now. I think, right? But before they
hmm,
had a lot of work. So what you can
okay,
do is basically search War Dog. Maybe the people who worked with War Dog will come up. Okay, you see. So all these people have worked with War Dog. So they
okay,
create like basically why I'm saying like I feel they are the best for the weapons, right? So for if you need
okay,
inspiration and how to render, so like for example, so see like how this is rendered, like how detailed it is, right? Something like that.
nice.
So
Okay,
if you can achieve in your gun, I will say like that will be perfect. Uh,
Cool.
okay, so let's go back. Right, so something like that. So it's just like a quick idea, like how to improve, because it's already 2 year old. I think you can render it better. It's already have good details. I love the amount
Mm.
of details you have added. You can improve it more. I think you will be more skillful now, so you can polish it and render
Yeah.
it better like that. Okay, so
Yeah.
same goes for this. It's really good. I love the overall quality. Like you
Yeah.
took the old and this is something unique concept. And did you use a concept for it,
Yeah.
or it's your concept?
Yeah. It's from Paul. Yeah. It's
Okay,
from
okay,
Paul Postgre.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Nice, nice. So like this is good. This thing. So
Mm.
what type of environment it fits in something sci-fi but medieval. I don't know what genre that is called. So something like that. It's a mix of those two.
Okay.
There is this one guy I remember. He
Yeah.
make this fantasy sci-fi design, but basically people fighting with swords and everything. But it's sci-fi, right? So something like
Okay.
that. It's
Okay.
really nice. It's rendered like this white background shine really well. I would say just keep it
Okay.
and keep the focus one first, right? So these ones
First. Okay.
keep the first. So
Mhm.
because people love it, people love the close up when you have added detail and this wire, right?
Okay.
So it could use more
Mhm.
polygons, right? Because you are shooting for details.
Okay.
So add more. I would say it's
Mhm.
for portfolio piece. We can optimize it always,
Mhm.
right? But when you're working, like see here, I can little bit see there are like few polygons. If we make it will become more smooth, right? So it's the
Cool.
portfolio piece. We can go overboard with the poly count. Okay, and then
Okay.
the third thing you can do with the guns is putting in the hand of the character, render it. Okay, so that also
Okay.
you can do. If I search for, there was recently I have saved the. It's not my password. I don't have login here, but there was someone who recently made a rifle, but basically with the player, but in the hand, basically. Okay, so you can use a
Got it.
character
Got it.
from Unreal, okay, and just put it in the hand.
Mhm.
Just any FPS controller or third person shooting controller you can download. There was some free. If you don't have, just let me know. I will send you. And
Cool.
then you just add it in the hand. Okay, hand of that
Got it.
character, and that looks much better. So you
Mhm.
just because it's in the space in somewhere. Okay, so like this,
Cool.
like they are holding it, somewhere like that. Okay, so the player is holding the rifle, okay, or in the
Mhm.
shooting position somehow, but that adds more interest to it. You don't need to show whole thing, but there's one guy who made this just the hands and
Okay.
uh, rifle, and in the white
Cool.
background I think it looks nice in your portfolio because your other things also are in white, right? So avoid the black
Okay.
screenshot, and this like this is also on the floor, and put the screenshot like close up one will be nice.
Cool.
And
Okay.
yeah, another thing which is really nice for this composition rule side of things, like you have this battery on this direction, right? you
Yeah.
keep you render the vehicle also in this direction, in the perspective. You
Ah.
render the gun
Okay.
also in this perspective, like so this make it so unique, like you consciously putting that effort to make your portfolio look good, right? So I
Mhm.
personally
Got
love
it.
it. And if I go inside, right, I actually really loved it, right? So
Okay.
so you're still looking for a job.
No, no, I'm working. I just wanted to know about like how it works in industry. Yeah.
Yeah,
Overall idea.
where are
Yeah.
you working?
I'm working at Yarava Interactive in
Yaharament.
Australia.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Where is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Where is it?
It's in Australia.
Australia. Okay. Okay. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So yeah, so because this work is good, like that would I would be shocked like if you haven't found a job like with this portfolio. Like because so many people sign up and they have a basic portfolio, and for them I understand, but like this good thing.
Mhm.
So like what is your main doubt in this, like so this portfolio will work in the industry, but like you as you said
Okay.
before, like you are interested in environment, and I would say don't, okay, because you are really good in the vehicles and
Okay.
hard surface, and if you keep
Okay.
working toward it, right, I would say just make it
Mhm.
your main skill, okay, because
Okay. Okay.
once you
Yeah.
publish your weapons or vehicles, you have two
Mhm.
opportunities, right?
Mhm.
So you can work as a hard, like in general you can work as a hard surface artist, right? You can make props, you can make
Okay.
hard surface things, and then you can split into, you can only make weapons, which is very oversaturated for now, which I feel a lot of Indian artists are
Yeah.
getting into weapons and making guns and everything. There are so many studios also popping up just around weapons.
Correct.
You can take advantage of that,
Yeah.
right? You can work with the clients directly from Europe, from US, and make guns for them. and also you can make
yeah.
vehicles. That's another category you can get into. So they basically you have two
Mm-hmm.
options with the hard surface, right? And
Yeah.
you both of these you already have it. You have one prop, you have one
Yeah.
vehicle, you have two weapons. So basically sorted. So you render them also into this. So see these all these props you can render and put publish separately. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and the only thing I think you need to show is the wireframe that you know how to make optimized assets.
Fine.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
wireframe, right? And little bit, I feel there is a shading thingy, right? But I think it's a old asset.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
easily fix it. But we need to see that. So
Correct.
you show that in say one or two props, like even these one, right? So you have shared the wireframe here. So
Mm-hmm.
keep it in quad.
Yeah.
Don't need to show triangles, but you
Okay.
have shown for this, and then you can show for another few pro more like for this and for this. That's it. I think it will be
Got.
suffice to
Got.
showcase just that you know the optimization part of the process. So but I believe you should publish these as a separate assets or separate artwork, right? You can put props,
Mm-hmm.
all the props in there, like few props, relatable ones. But if it's a separate one, then make a separate artwork basically, like this
Got.
oil bottle and fire extinguisher, and the other one like some other prop you have, tiny one like this one, can be in
Yeah.
one, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the engine and
Got
the
it.
vehicle can stay in one. And do you have already
Got.
have
Okay.
weapons? Okay, so which like showcase both of those side of the things. Is one is sci-fi, right? And one is like
Yeah.
old plus this thing. And then if you want to experiment with this, you can go into more hunting showdown type of weapons, which is like more organic,
Yes.
more
Yes. Yeah.
sculpting, and a little bit exaggerated shapes basically in the sculpting part or detail part. So something like that you can go in. But overall, I would say like that's the only thing you need to add in there. And I don't want you to come to Unreal or environment in general. Unreal you can learn still, it's okay. But environment, don't get into it. It's
Yeah.
too big of a thing, and you
Mm-hmm.
are already good at this thing. And on the other end, because why I'm suggesting this thing is easy to get project or work based on these two. So you can get work just for the weapons, or you can get the work just for the vehicles. I know people who
Yes.
work
Okay.
as a weapon artist. I know people who work as a vehicle artist. So vehicle, you can work with the playgrounds, for example, directly, or you can work with the Streamline Studio, right? Or Codemasters,
Okay.
basically Codemasters, because they make rally, F1, and I think those racing games they make, or all basically all the
Okay.
racing game companies, you can work directly with them and you can make car with them. So like if one artist can
Mm-hmm.
make one car in a month basically, if like for example, or maybe 2 months, right? One car they can make. So you can tie up with them and you can make these cars for them. So depending on how long
Okay.
is there. So but that's opportunity you can only get in the vehicles, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
the same for the character artists, like
Got.
how they can get separate
Correct.
individual characters and other things. So
Yeah.
something like that for you, it will be much more beneficial if you focus on this and keep working on this skill set. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
if you want to add a little bit more, you can use these CAD tools like this elasticity and this
Yeah.
CAD 360. What is called 361? What is the name of
Fusion, I think.
Fusion 360? Yes.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so those tools you can learn. So those will be much more
Mm.
helpful for your hard surface skills. But I would say like you have a good portfolio.
Yeah.
There's no need to think.
Yeah.
Just polish it, present it better, and focus on this thing. If you are
Mm.
having difficulties finding leads in that particular side, I will see. I will talk to
Mm-hmm.
whenever I find some opportunity around this hard surface vehicle artist or weapon artist. I will surely tag you. Okay, on we are
Yeah.
if we are connected on LinkedIn. If we are not, just connect me with on LinkedIn, and that will be
Yeah.
wonderful. And also join the Discord
Yeah.
server so we stay in touch basically. So I know this thing happen, and I'm planning to start
Yeah. Yeah.
basically new channels based on jobs and other things. So
Good.
whenever I find some job somewhere, I will post it there. So that will be so much awesome also.
Got it.
Yeah, so I hope I answered your doubt about like what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I got all of it.
I will talk about the resume also. Just let's just
Yeah.
talk about the resume first quickly, and then we'll
Okay.
go
Okay.
to okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the resume, yeah. So overall, you already have a job, so I don't think like you need to worry about like how which resume work or which not, and you have already have a perfect layout, which I recommend using.
Yeah.
This simple one is
Yeah.
good. and just the link is working. And what you can do, you can remove the, you can edit it, the LinkedIn.
Yeah, yeah, I can,
Yeah,
yeah, need
yeah.
to
So
edit
you
it,
remove
correct.
these numbers out of it, so
Yeah,
you get simple. So this is
yeah.
good. And yeah, this is good. Basically, this is in there. Like, only thing is like this increase in efficiency. Like, if it is for some company or some project, you add it there. Like, if you
Okay,
created
okay,
a system, a pipeline to which increase the 20% efficiency, so add it there. Like, maybe you made it for Yarava or
okay.
you listen. It should be the basically like, I'm a self-taught 3D artist. Just mention it there. I'm a self-taught 3D artist with 2+ year experience in the 3D industry. Right. I can develop high quality assets and vehicles for games. I can work with this and integrating asset in Unreal Engine or Unity. Simply, right?
Got it,
And
got it.
simply you can shorten it up, and then what your aspirations are. And skills, you can skills and software, you can separate out, and you have already mentioned it here.
Okay,
So like 3D modeling and performance improvement and photogrammetry and everything is mentioned here. No need to mention again. One is skill and one is
got it.
software, so we can separate them out. But overall, it's good. It's good. So yeah, it's good. You're good at it, as I said. Like, when you signed up for the portfolio review also.
I just wanted to ask you, like, what are you working on right now?
Yeah, for me. Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mainly mentoring artist, and I'm working on freelance project. I do got a project on contract,
yeah,
right? I'm an environment artist, and I make I'm specialized in foliage and plants, so I make those for
okay,
different studios. And but I'm on the side, I'm mainly focusing on the academy, because there's and the YouTube channel.
okay,
So that's what I'm making content for, and hoping to find students to have workshops basically to environment art, so I can
awesome.
teach them environment art. So that's the plan for this year, but mostly work for clients who are making games.
Okay.
Yeah,
You work at Rockstar, right?
I worked at. Yeah.
Yeah. How was that experience like?
Yeah, like overall it's good. The I worked at Rockstar North. It's a head office,
Okay.
so I didn't have any issue. Like, it's like a Rockstar is like a government job, so you don't have a stress because they hire best of the best people, and
Ah,
what your skills are, and you get the task accordingly, so it's not very stressful in that side. Maybe around the release it will be, but overall it's a good place. If you want to work in comfort and just have a good work life balance, that's the best place. Salary is good, not
okay.
very, I would say, as per the big studio, it's not too much, but it's good, right? And yeah, so that's
Yeah.
basically the work side is good, and if there's people to settle for, but I wanted to do more, so I, you know, came back. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, that's what I'm doing in my art vlog videos. So every Sunday I post a video about myself, like about my journey and my stories. So that's a good, like, you can
Mhm.
ask around there. Like, I want people to ask more question and ask things, so I can create more videos. And because that's how more things come out of me. Yeah, so that was the one topic I wanted to ask. Like, so many people asked me why you left Rockstar. Nobody leave Rockstar. So yeah, so that is another different video about why I left. But I touch upon it a little bit in my 2025 video and the other videos. I have touched upon it a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
Okay.
thank you for asking that, and it's really nice.
Yeah.
I really like
Yeah.
people also ask.
Yeah. So you use Blender, right?
Yeah, very hardcore.
Yeah, because you had that conference. I think you gave this speech or something, right?
Yeah, you can stop sharing
In
now.
Blender.
Yeah, you can share this. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm going to Blender conferences from few years now. Yeah, so yeah,
Okay.
I went to 3 years. It's been. I'm going to Blender conference. I will surely go this year also. And I have given,
Oh,
there are like four different. There is another one which is like fourth, basically four conferences in around
mhm.
Blender in 3 years, and I
Okay.
given talk in three talks in the 2 years basically. Last ones.
Okay.
Yeah. This
So
uh,
like you do foliage in Blender, is it?
hmm?
The foliage in Blender, like
Yes.
the
I
main
make
thing.
everything, like, because I make props and environment also, right? So I use Blender for
Hmm.
everything. And for foliage, we have tools like Speed Tree and Plant Factory, and we do some modeling in Blender also. But
Yeah.
as my main 3D software, I use Blender full time. I don't use any other. It,
Okay, I think that's it.
yeah, no, no, like like you using Blender also, and it's awesome. And you started with Blender only from start when you
Yeah.
started learning.
I started with-
Nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice. Like how did you like? So you might have started with 2.8 or above, right?
Yeah, 2.7 I think.
2.7.
Yeah, then 2.8 came after like 1 month. So
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was like that.
yeah. Because it
Yeah.
was like it would have been pain because so most of the people quit when they use 2.7 and 2.8 they like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how was that journey? Like
Because
how did you like it? Like didn't you thought about using Max or Maya, which was more industry standard?
no, because I didn't even know about the Max and Maya thing.
Ah,
I just started about Blender and like I liked it. I didn't even started with modeling. I
uh-huh.
started with sculpting in Blender. So that
Ah,
that was a like weird thing. Then I started with like sub-D modeling and slowly in like Blender. Then I like stick with it.
nice, nice.
It's like very
That's
easy to use if you learn it. Like it's very easy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's wonderful that this also because like most of the institutes, I feel everyone teach Max and Maya, right? And you
Maya,
say
yeah.
that you haven't heard of it is really really shocking. Like someone don't know Max and Maya,
Yeah.
but it's not
After
like. But I'm
Blender, I mean
happy.
after
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
After Blender, you
Yeah,
found
after
out about
Blender I learn about it. Yeah, yeah,
yeah
correct.
because all these.
Because that's how yeah, I applied to Rockstar India
Okay.
and they said you use Blender so we can't hire. Like, okay, no issue. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. They use Max basically. They and what? How about in
Yeah.
Yarava? They use Blender.
No, they use every software, so they don't really
Hmm.
care about.
Yeah, so but they might have the main software, no? So one which they use
Yeah,
most.
they Unreal Engine just FBX file and Unreal Engine, so
Okay,
doesn't
okay,
really matter.
okay. That's cool then. That's cool because usually like all the different studio they have the pipelines and tools, and they have
Correct.
exporters basically, and which is linked to the
Mm-hmm.
engine. So that's why basically all the big studios cannot switch so quickly. But I would say like this is good.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the people are studios are adapting to Blender, and I would say just learn the
Mm-hmm.
basic. Like if you just want to broaden your spectrum, just use the basic. Like you say,
Mm-hmm.
like importing and exporting at least in Max. Just learn the
Yeah.
basic UI and how to import and how to do basic things inside the software in Maya. That will help a lot.
Okay.
And that I'm not saying just do mainly all the things. That's what we used to do at Rockstar. So what we used to do, we create everything in Blender, we import it in Max because you that's how you have to, and you set up a lot of things in
Mm-hmm.
Max because you have to, the empties. Basically, you have to create the empty, which is a base node, and then use that base node to export the everything. So whatever is linked to that node, you export, right? So something like that. So you just need to know the basics, how to create the basic, and rest they will teach also. So you just say, yeah, Max, basic Max, right? And but you
Mm-hmm.
use Blender mostly, and you can transfer
Yeah.
income model anything inside Blender, and you can get done exporting and stuff like that. So basically, it will increase the opportunities for you if you use
Okay.
if you learn the basics of those also. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Like again, like if you ever have any question, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn or you can ask me on Discord. And I really appreciate you joining in. It was wonderful talking to you. And thank you very much for coming in and having this chat. I really appreciate it.
okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for everything. So, can
Yeah.
you can't hear me, is it?
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
Okay.
I could not hear you before. Like,
Okay. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Cool.
so
Then I'll join the Discord
mhm.
and we'll chat with you anytime. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you can reach out to me anytime. And yeah, thank you very much for doing this. And best of luck
Yeah.
for all your endeavors. And I'm always with you. Okay, for everything.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.